What's going on, Taurus? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be your reading for the rest of June 2024. So, in this reading, Taurus, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy, some things you do not see coming, and also get some advice from your angels and spirit guides for you, and so much more regarding the rest of June 2024, Taurus. So, before we begin this reading, as always, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading, and I really do appreciate you, Taurus, in advance for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this reading does resonate with you, if you want to support the channel, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. I would also really appreciate that over here, Taurus. So without further ado, I'm now going to pull the energy for you, and we'll see what is coming your way for the rest of June. I can already say, Taurus, that there's going to be a lot of divine things happening that are going to show you your true worth, your true self-worth. But hold on. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Taurus. Cannot believe this. It's probably how you're going to be feeling. Hold on. Alright, Taurus, real interesting stuff. You know, the first thing that I'm getting for you here, Taurus, is there's definitely going to be a situation where you're like, I can't even believe this is happening. And it's going to leave you at a choice point where you're going to have to pick your poison, or maybe pick your blessing as well, for a lot of you, is what I feel here. So, before we get into the tarot, let's go ahead and start this reading off with some pre-shuffled oracle cards from the universe. And these oracle cards contain the energy that you need more of for the month of June. And the first one is gifts, the dragon of gifts, and this has to do with receiving something, but this card it's a mixture of gratitude as well. You know, so many times in life we can feel empty. You know, we can feel like, you know, we're promised something from the universe and it's not here. But I would say that no matter what your situation, even if you're very notorious already, obscurity precedes notoriety, or not, you know, going through life in a mysterious way, feeling like there's something missing, is often the test from the universe. Not in a negative way, a test, but this is what I feel for you, is that make sure that you remain grateful for the gifts that you already have. It could be breathing, like you woke up today. That is a gift. The Autistic Mystic can do a reading still. That's insane. And so, gifts, okay? Now, you also have self-worth, and this is a card letting you know that I feel there are people around you, Taurus, who have very low self-worth, who are maybe camouflaging themselves and making you think that you're wrong, guilty, shameful for something that's very true to you. And I feel like other people are trying to trap you into a pattern of low self-worth because it makes them feel better about themselves. So you may have to be the bad guy here. You may have to be seen as bad, or you may have to be willing to look bad to your others and even to yourself. Because, you know, the thing is, Taurus, is that it's way easier to like monitor yourself than it is to allow other people to monitor you. So there's definitely something about your own self-worth coming up, but I intuitively feel like if there are people around you who are trying to tell you you're bad, guilty, wrong, a horrible person, as you increase your self-worth, then that is actually a gift from the universe letting you know that you're on the right path. That's what I feel. Now, the next card here that you have is Divine Order. And so you do have a lot of spiritual protection, and everything is going according to the plan. Now, you do have free will, but as long as you can remain in your heart center and you can be grateful for whatever the universe throws at you, and you can say, I'm going to make the most of, I'm going to bear this fate. I'm going to bear whatever situation comes up with honor and dignity, knowing that that's what the great minds always do. You can make the most out of the worst. You can turn salt into sugar. You need to be the alchemist this month, where you do not allow external circumstances to govern your inner state to a certain degree. Because there's definitely going to be something going on that's very confusing for you that you may not even want to believe in the first place. Okay, so now, as we get into the tarot, I have a very exciting announcement that I have now partnered with the app called Astra. It is a life advice app that has astrology, tarot, and so much more. And I've been very hesitant to get into the game of technology combined with tarot or astrology, but Astra is the real deal. I used it personally, and I'm very happy to be announcing that I'm partnered with them. Now, the cool thing about Astra is that they have definitions for all the different tarot cards, and so sometimes certain information is trying to be conveyed by spirit that I personally missed it based on my own perspective. And so using the app can help you navigate this reading and so much more. It is the real deal, and it is such an amazing app. So download Astra today if you want to support them and me, okay? And join the Astra team. All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. Now, I feel here, Taurus, that there's some sort of choice that you're going to have to pick a team or a side, even if you want to remain neutral and you want to love everyone. I don't know if that's really possible here, because it's almost like you're going to be put on to the true path of dignity, respect, morals, values, or you may even, many of you will be getting an offer that's almost like to sell your soul. Now, for many of you, this is going to be in business. For others of you, this is going to be in your love and your one-to-one relationships, or some sort of relationship that you have, what I'm picking up, Taurus. You're going to be getting an offer either way. Okay? But remember, a lot of people say, or Kanye says, I sold my soul to the devil for a happy meal. I sold my soul to the devil for a crappy deal. At least it came with a few toys like a Happy Meal. You know what I mean? So I don't sell my soul. I will never sell my soul. And why don't you walk in if you want to meet the walk-in? And you ain't going to have to meet the main one because you're not even what you think you are. I'm sorry, that was coded. Now, here's the thing. Let's get into this reading for you, right? So there's definitely a deal on the table, and I feel like you're going to feel like you don't know what to do. You don't know who to trust. But what you need to trust is divine order, and you need to trust your gut. Like in China, they say that the true brain exists here. And so, above all else, I feel like you need to listen to your instincts and your first impression, and it's kind of like a silent, intuitive voice that you need to listen to. If you get triggered into fear of making a decision and you think in the survival mind, then you may get into trouble this month. I'm telling you, Taurus, there's a new offer, there's a new business path, there's a new relational path, but there's something going on that's very tricky for all of us, but especially for you now. So your opportunity is the Lover's card, and this has to do with soulmates, but it's really about loving yourself as well. And it's about a choice in love for me. The Two of Cups is more of like a personal one-to-one relationship card, but the Lover's card is who do you love? Who do you love, Taurus? Who do you love? Do you love to sell out, or do you love to be real? Because that seems to be, I feel like you can almost sell out this month. And it could be something small for some of you, it could be something big for other Tauruses, but you're definitely being presented with, now I'm seeing like a visual in my head. It's like, easy decisions lead to a hard life. Hard decisions eventually lead to an easy life, eventually. So there may be some sort of storm that you need to get through here, but once the storm passes, you're going to thank yourself that you listened to your intuition and rather what the facts say. I'm telling you. Okay, so the Lovers is your opportunity to make a choice. Whose team am I on? Whose team am I on? Very important. Your challenge is the Hanged Man, which is a state of suspension and inaction. And I feel because of the confusion that is going to be occurring in your reality, or the Stockholm Syndrome, or the unbelievable choice that is going to be laid in front of you, you may just want to put your head under the covers and not do anything. Or this is something where you need to let the truth penetrate you. You know, this is a moment of enlightenment, a Satori moment. And the Hanged Man is a card of surrender. There's really not much you can do, but if you do surrender to the truth, and that will unfold for the rest of the month, you're going to find clarity and peace, even if it feels like your world is flipped upside down. And Taurus, this is what I feel for you, is that you're going to feel like your own world has been flipped upside down. But for you, Taurus, it's different than the other signs that I've been picking up on. There's definitely something here about people coming in, okay? Are you listening to me? There's something about an external person that is going to offer you something. You, if you've been wanting to offer someone something, you need to make the right choice, because there's a splitting of a path between people, and it's going to put you on two different soul timelines. I'm telling you. So be aware of that. Now, when it comes to your overall general energy, it's very powerful, but it's a lot to handle here. Okay, you have the Hermit, the Two of Swords, and the Fool. This is about going within, searching for knowledge, and getting downloads and retreating from the world. The Two of Swords is a big no. It's about being in denial. Okay, it's like, I can't believe this is happening, so I'm not looking at it. It's the no energy, right? It's about saying no. And then the Fool is all about a new beginning, a new spiritual beginning, and innocence, and also vulnerability here. So for many of you, Taurus, with this overall general energy, I do feel that many, and listen to me when I'm telling you this, especially by the end of June, a lot of you are going to choose not to sell out to something that you know in your heart, you know in your gut is just wrong. Maybe it makes sense to your logical mind, but you're going to know, if you're intuitive enough, that this is incorrect. And maybe you have to give up something in the matrix. Maybe you have to give up a piece of your security, of your safety, of your money. Okay? Because this energy is like, I feel like you're going to be saying, this is not real. Like, this is, like, you ever see that lady on the plane? He is not real. Like, there's something going on really weird. Now, for some of you, it's just going to be in your interpersonal relationships. I feel like for the Taurus woman out there, you're going to have two different paths. If there's something romantic going on, I sense for some of you, there's going to be two different paths. Two people. One of them is a certain route, and the other is a different route. And you're going to have to really go within. Now, the Fool is also here. And the Fool travels lightly. He just has that thing on his back, right? His whole earnings, everything he has is in the back. And the dog is with him, which is for protection, spiritual protection. So it's almost like you're going to have to... Some of you are going to be... I do sense a blackmail as well. Now, don't get paranoid, because this is definitely not for all of you. But for some of you, you're going to have to choose to give something up, or you're going to have to choose blackmail. And by blackmail, I mean someone threatening you with something. I literally am saying what I'm saying because I have precognitive ability, right? So be aware of people blackmailing you, and be aware of how that could lead to you going down a path that maybe you didn't intend for in this life. Now, I'm not here to make any choices for you. I'm just here to read energy. There's absolutely something that you're going to be dealing with, struggling with, that may feel like this is what even is going on in this reality, okay? Now, for some of you, it's going to be more personal. For some of you, there's going to be about something way bigger, okay? Now, when it comes to, now, a lot of you that are going to be quick to jump on an opportunity, even if the opportunity you know is against your soul, is against what the true pure frequency, or the true integrated frequency, the wholeness. A lot of you are going to be tricked into jumping into something very quick, and then you're going to realize that it was something to set you up. Now, this could just be a lover who doesn't have the intentions that they actually say they have up front. You may be quick to enter into a relationship that you then quickly realize that this person just had to say some things to get into my pants, and then they completely changed once I agreed to it. Now, this can also be a business offer. This can also be some sort of blackmail, depending on your spectrum, right? There's going to be something that you're going to be quickly offered to jump into, maybe mid to late June. But if you jump in very quickly, you may make the wrong choice. So the Taurus energy, is about, you're going to have to make a choice either way this month, but here's what you don't see coming. You have the Ace of Wands, the Judgment card, and the Seven of Cups. This is to do with inspiration, a new beginning. I feel like there's going to be something that is offered to you with all the glittering bait where you're going to be like, oh yeah, I'll do that. Hell yeah, like there's nothing that's worth giving that up for. Of course, like if someone walks up to you and says, here's $3 million, of course you're going to be like, yeah, like what am I doing here? Of course, but chess game. There's always, there's a law that says despise the free lunch. If something seems too good to be true, it probably is. If something seems no strings attached and you're just getting all this good stuff, it probably is strings attached. So I feel that there's a very big opportunity that's going to inspire you. It could even be a creative idea that things are coming together for it. But the Judgment card is about discernment. It's about Judgment Day. And it's about a moment of reckoning. It's about spiritual energy coming down, sounding the trumpets. It's very much like an end-of-world event here. And the Seven of Cups is in the last part of June for you, which is about sorting through illusion and making a very difficult emotional choice. So for a lot of you, I'm going to be honest, like it's like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. You're stuck between pick your poison. But don't let your demons take you to hell. Introduce them to heaven. Every single thing that tries to come in and bamboozle you, or there's some sort of path laid out in front of you, it looks good, but it's not. Every time that there's dark magic or dark intentions, that polarity also allows positive intentions and positive energy portals to open up as well. What do you think you guys think I'm just messing around when I'm not doing these tarot readings? I've been in a full-fledged spiritual war. How many dark portals have I transmuted? The world may never know. Okay? Now, here, and for you, you know, and here we go in your advice. Your advice is the King of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. Wow. So for many of you out there, I feel like there's going to be an offer of two different paths. One of them has to do with money, material security. The other one has to do with you being real authenticity. Now, for some of you, this is going to be combined. And here's the thing. I'm not even here to tell you what to do. If there's some sort of offer coming your way, or there's advice for you to offer something to someone depending on your situation. Now, I'm not here to tell you if you're being put in a position that's going to change your life forever, but it causes you to lack certain self-expression to a certain degree. I'm actually not in the position to tell you whether that's right or wrong, because there is no right or wrong. Life is a journey. Let it take you places. Broaden your horizon. Don't be narrow-minded. Life is a miracle. Don't wonder why you're here. Have no fear. Okay? I'm serious. There's something weird going on here with an offer, and as long as you increase your self-worth, sometimes it's like, this is the frequency that I'm getting from this reading as well, Taurus. It's like, if you don't know your self-worth, then you're just going to be quick to jump into any sort of relationship. Now, this is from a certain perspective, because from the other perspective, it's like we should be in relationships with people no matter what. People say, I'm not around this person because they disrespect my energy. Well, because that person is like a mirror of your subconscious aspect, that you're saying they're disrespecting your energy, meanwhile they're mirroring your frequency that's in your subconscious that you can't even see within yourself. So, once again, maybe this is the pick your poison. Look, I know this is going deep, right? So let's just go ahead and get into the clarification portion. It's going to be a trippy month full of major decisions that need you to listen to your intuition. Not an option to listen to your intuition above all else right now, okay? Because for some of you, I do feel like there's a weird blackmail situation coming your way. I do. I feel that... Oh my god, no. Sorry, the cards just got flipped. That's what I feel. And that can manifest in any sort of way. But that's what I feel, okay? And I usually don't feel things for no reason. So, let's clarify the Lover's card and your opportunity. Why is the Lover's card in your opportunity, Taurus? Yep, the Ace of Cups. The Lovers is clarified by the Ace of Cups, the Judgment card, the Ace of Pentacles. Taurus, you are either getting ready to offer something to someone, or someone is going to offer you something unbelievable. Unbelievable. But remember, if it's unbelievable, for some of you there's going to be strings attached to that. And then once you make the commitment, you're going to realize, oh, this was believable, why it was unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? But for many of you, this looks very good. And for many of you, you're going to be shifting into a new timeline. You're going to have to navigate the storm. I'm not saying it's going to be perfect, but you also have the Six of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles here. I'm going to be honest with you. You need to be extremely discerning at this moment in time. Because this is not a stagnant month for you. There's going to be changes coming your way in your physical life. Many business offers. You can get rich this month. You can also get rich by being yourself as well. And what does abundance mean? Abundance doesn't mean money that you sell out to and then you can't speak your mind. The true definition of abundance is the ability to do what you need to do when you need to do it. Is someone who makes like a certain amount of money a year and does what they love, is that person more poor than someone who has $1 billion but is controlled? No, they're not less abundant. So you need to think ahead of the game right now, is what I'm really saying to you, because there's a very lucrative offer coming your way. And I'm not saying don't take it, but I'm saying to read between the lines. Let's clarify the Hanged Man. Nine of Wands. Five of Wands. And the Ten of Cups here. Yeah, Taurus, like, I feel like there's someone that you really care about here who, for some of you, you're going to realize that for some of you, it goes back to the self-worth card. For a lot of you here, you're going to get such a big opportunity or a new relationship that changes your life forever this month that it's going to make you realize all the BS and the bullshit that you've been fed your whole life, maybe even from your family. And some of you are going to realize that what you've been programmed to want as your happily ever after doesn't even touch the reality of the plans that the universe and God has for you. Your challenge this month is that you may act on something that I've had this dream of doing this, and oh my God, it's here, and so screw it, let's just do it. But there's a lot of weird stuff going on in the world right now. And I'm just saying that some of you may want to prove someone wrong, and so you're going to enter into a new opportunity just for the sole fact of looking back at these people and saying, see, I told you so. But when you make a decision because you want to get away from something, instead of making a decision because you actually want to move towards something, if you make a decision based on, I want to prove these people wrong, I want to get away from something, that frequency of that decision may bring positive results soon and then now. But down the line, you're going to realize that frequency is going to come back to haunt you. So there's something here about a decision that you're being offered that you know is going to come back to haunt you, that you're going to have to navigate. Now, for others of you here, Taurus, there's definitely something here about you are going, and it's very similar. I feel like there's, and depending on what, it's a very complicated situation depending on what you're in. You're going to have an opportunity to realize that you're going to have an opportunity to get back at someone. And it's like you're not even trying to. Okay, you're going to have an opportunity to get back at someone who mistreated you and you're not even trying to get back at them, and it's just falling into your lap. For some of you, you need to take that and run with it like you're in heaven. For others of you, you're being tricked. Now, I know this sounds complicated, but I dumb down my audience, double my dollars, but Mist ain't do that. But still they all yell holla, because I ain't... Alright, let's keep going here. Let's keep going. Came back as lonely, homie. Look at me, muggles, they still don't know me. Who was that? Who was that in that? Who? So? Sorry? Okay. Let's clarify the Two of Swords. The World, the Five of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. Yeah, there's going to be a fast upgrade here that is going to shift you into a destined timeline. There's a phase closing out of your own hellish reality now. Now, and I know this reading is going to sound complicated, but I do feel like there's certain strings attached to an upgrade that you want to jump into very quickly, especially if it causes you to compromise your morality, your values. It causes you to compromise your day one people who you know, maybe it's not perfect, but that you know that they love you. Taurus, if you make a decision too quickly here, it's going to lead to you being bamboozled. So take your time. I'm not saying don't make a decision at all, but if you make a decision to compromise your values, integrity, and honor for the sake of worldly riches, you will gain the whole world but lose your soul. With that, I'm out of here. I gotta go.